Alright, welcome to the first Skirmish Kickstarter Q&A video. The campaign just launched, and interest in Skirmish has been intense. Thank you to everyone for smashing through our goal inside of 6 hours, and demolishing several stretch goals within the first 24. You're a force to behold. We have a lot of questions coming in, so let's get this Q&A rolling. I'll quote some questions verbatim, others, especially those being asked multiple times, I'll rephrase and try to answer as fully as I can. So, question. I'd like to see more detail on the gameplay. Your presentation looks nice, but it's still vague. As a serious gamer, I want to know exactly what I'm going to get before committing to something. Will you be posting a current draft of the rules to read through, and will you be posting how to play or gameplay videos before the campaign ends? Answer? Spot on. We wanted to keep the initial presentation trim and concise to serve as a hook, and see if we could attract any interest. And, well, interest attracted. Delving into the gameplay detail is so important, we're developing an entirely new and separate video exclusively devoted to that subject. We'll post it here when it's ready, likely within the week. We also plan to live stream some play sessions as the campaign progresses and include PDF downloads of the current rules. Question. Are there copies of Skirmish out for review? Answer? Not yet. We only have the one prototype copy. Once we get the print run manufactured and we have some units to work with, we're going to try connecting with some reviewers. Question. What size are the cards? I'm wondering if my plastic sleeves can be put to use. Answer. Standard poker-sized playing cards, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Except for the lenticular special effects cards, like the collectibles, those are bigger and mainly for pizzazz purposes. Question. The goal seems too low. Getting the app done would be very expensive, way more than the stated goal. Development costs for phone apps are in the thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. Answer. That is correct. I think our wording in the campaign preview was too vague, so I tweaked it a bit. The baseline campaign funding goal does not unlock any apps. The augmented reality app is a stretch goal and cannot be funded unless we can raise, well, exactly what you mentioned. It's way up there, but if we can get there, we should have the capacity to ensure the job gets done, and I really hope we get there. It'd be pretty awesome. I'm crossing my fingers. Question. Skirmish is a tabletop game, but I have online friends I'd like to play with. Can you add an online version of the game to this campaign? Answer. Creating a playable online version of Skirmish is one of our goals, but not within this campaign. We're in the first stages of releasing a brand new game, and we have our hands full. We need to make sure we focus and get the basics done right. Then, after we succeed with these goals, we plan to move into development on additional features and methods of play, including an online version. Some might wonder, if we're aiming to do an augmented reality app for one of our current stretch goals, why not an online playable Skirmish app too? They're both apps, what's the difference? From a coding perspective, this level of AR is, I'm told, relatively straightforward and simple as far as apps go. Once you have the CG models and the augmented reality software working properly, if you can get that working right, that's pretty much all there is to it. But coding an entire game involves a lot more variables. Cards have to be tracked within a deck and hand system in addition to their placement on a virtual tabletop. Plus, cards can have multiple states of play based on relative placement, resolve levels and types, whether they're being resurrected or discarded, and the complexity is increased again because it has to be coordinated between two separate users on different devices. So, we're focusing on getting the first edition of Skirmish solid. Online play is on our roadmap, but we're not there yet. Question. Will Skirmish be available only in this campaign, or will it ever be in stores or for sale on Amazon? Answer. If we sell enough games in our Kickstarter, we should be able to manufacture some extra copies, and then after we finish delivering to the backers, the plan will be to get those copies for sale as far and wide as we can. We plan to sell on Amazon through the Dreamkeepers site store, as well as with any retailers or dealers that are interested. Question. How do these guest and bonus cards work? Are they interchangeable into the decks or something? How do we use them? Answer. First off, all versions of the game come with 168 cards, 8 leader heroes, each with their own 20-card deck. Each deck may contain follower cards, event cards, item cards, action cards, and non-leader, normal hero cards. Those 168 cards we call the core game. Cameo features will appear in the art on cards in the core game. Backers in the top 2 tiers get to have their original character as one of these cameo features. Cameos aren't additional separate cards, merely unique replacements for art that would otherwise have a generic soldier illustration on a particular follower card. So that's the core game. If we unlock the expansion deck stretch goal, then we can develop 2 expansion decks designed to extend the core game. Next we have these bonus cards, bonus heroes. Bonus heroes are individual cards that are separate from the core game. They're not necessary for a person to play the game. Bonus cards are extra, they're essentially just there for fun, like a little extra spice. The unlocked grunt card is a partner hero bonus card. The only difference between a partner hero and a leader hero is that partner heroes do not have a deck. For example, if you chose to play the leader heroes Bast and V, you'd shuffle their decks together, creating a 40-card deck of V and Bast cards, and deploy their leaders into the center zone. If instead you chose to play Grun and V, despite her objections, you'd deploy them both to the center zone as normal, but you'd only play with V's 20-card deck. This grants you a lot of consistency, and therefore less variety, in the cards that you draw, but to compensate for that, the partner heroes will have a profound, kind of lighthearted effect on the game. The guest cards are additional bonus partner hero cards. They feature guest characters from other webcomics. There are 8 guest cards in total. So I guess the big question is, all that preamble was just trying to clarify things in case there's any confusion. Can you play using bonus cards? Yes you can. But the development team is focusing their efforts right now on fine-tuning the core game first to ensure maximum balance and replayability. We have to put the horse before the cart. The mechanics governing partner hero game variants are still being developed and are subject to change, but what I described earlier is our current direction. After the core game is tight and balanced, we will be implementing mechanics onto the bonus partner hero cards. Alright, you still with me? Let's keep on going because we've got more questions. Question: 8 characters are planned for Skirmish. Will more characters be introduced to the game as the Dreamkeepers graphic novels continue? Answer: yep. We plan to release expansion decks featuring more leader hero characters as time goes on. The trick will be selection. We don't want to include a character in Skirmish based only on their importance in the comics. After all, Mace is the main character, and he's not even in the game at this point. We want to select characters that will bring a new tactical facet to the gameplay of Skirmish, and we want to refine those selections carefully to maintain balance and strategic variation. So there will almost certainly be expansion decks. The story should give us a lot of good possibilities to choose from, and we'll make choices based on what will yield the best gameplay results. Question: if the expansion deck stretch goal is met, are there plans to have those 2 decks available as add-ons for lower tiers, or will they only be available for tier 5 and up? Answer: I would say that's a solid probably. We will probably make them available as add-ons. We plan to use backer kit with this campaign, which will enable add-on purchases at checkout. However, based on how the manufacturing costs shake out, some stretch goals alter profit margins, and some tier items won't be profitable until we can attain a certain threshold of backers. Basically, I don't want to promise anything that's not already listed in the tiers until we're completely solid about it. So, we can definitely deliver what's listed in the current tiers, and after the campaign, if we have the latitude to include items as add-ons, I'll definitely do it. Question: what will the shipping cost on tier 7 / why is the shipping so expensive? Answer: shipping cost varies based on your destination, package weight, and package volume / shape. I don't know exactly how much everything will weigh, so I have to base shipping on our experience in years past. And as to why shipping costs so much, I wish I knew, but it sure does. I've had domestic US packages cost me over $40 before, and international packages exceed $100 in shipping cost. We use media rate whenever it's applicable, but at the end of the day, shipping is expensive. Be the first to invent a telepad system, and I will be there. Question: shipping to the UK, or, insert country here, is prohibitively expensive. There's a group of us here. What if you mailed all our rewards in one package? Would that save on shipping? Answer: why, yes it would. If you guys want to enable group shipping, let's do it. Here's how I imagine it working. Decide who your destination customer is, the guy receiving all the rewards. Back the Kickstarter like normal, and then when you fill out your survey, there will be a section for notes at the end. Write in there, refund my shipping, mail my stuff to backer number X. Just make sure you know what his backer number is. Then I'll refund your shipping cost and mail your rewards to the point man. And on that day, you discover who your true friends are. Question. Will backers get juicy full-res versions of the main hero and villain card art? My phone yearns for one of them to be an epic wallpaper. Answer. Now that sounds like a good idea, and now we are going to do it. I'll convert the original character card art into 4K desktops for backers only, and I'll release the normal resolution desktops publicly, kind of like breadcrumbs leading to the high resolution goodness. We're sneaky like that. Question. I'm really looking forward to this, but there's one thing that I would like added. The ability to ask for a specific Dreamkeepers character to be drawn on the blank skirmish cards. At least on the higher tiers, there should be an option for a blank skirmish card that lets you pick the character being sketched. Answer? This makes a lot of sense, actually. I can't permit selection on all of the sketch cards because I'm drawing hundreds of them, and it would be way too much for me to keep track of. I would just get confused. But the top 3 tiers, they're relatively limited in number. I mean, it's like 10 and then 4 and 4, so I should be able to deal with that. So for those backers, I'll add a survey choice where they can clarify which Dreamkeepers characters they want on their sketch cards. But only characters that are actually from the from the books. I can't start doing like original character commissions. Question. Can we get some photographs of your prints binder to get an idea of what the tri-case might look like? Answer. Sure. This is a video, so if all goes according to plan, there is a picture of the prints binder up right now. I don't know if we'll use the same features. Chains and layering effects might impact functionality since I want it to function as a play surface, but I will do everything in my power to make it look cool. Alright, and that is all the questions that I gathered together at the time of this recording. However, I'm sure there's probably more floating around there that I still need to find, and maybe you'll have additional questions after listening to these answers. So, yeah, keep talking to us, keep on giving us comments on the Kickstarter updates, and we will probably put out more Q&As before this is all over. So, thank you for backing us, thank you for checking out Skirmish. I'm really excited that we're actually going to be producing the game and we hit the goal. Oh man, talking about it makes me want to play now because it's fun. So, we're going to have fun together. Hope you guys are having a good day.